guys, so I'm actually doing a collab Q&A with jaydenrnner. I really hope I'm saying her name right. I met her on Instagram and she's very, very sweet and I love her pictures. I just love her aesthetic on Instagram. And if you check out my Instagram now, you will see that I'm deleting most of my photos because I am preparing to re-edit all of my photos and re-upload them because I want them to actually have filters and kind of have like a color scheme. There's a lot of people who will go with like warm tones or something like that, and I kind of want to do that. But anyways, getting into the video, I'm going to be leaving Jayden's link for her YouTube and the video that she did down in my bio, so go ahead and check that out. I'll also leave her Instagram in case you want to check it out as well. But getting into my first question, which is, what are some of your hobbies? Well, really, YouTube is my only hobby right now. I don't really have time for anything else. I used to be a very, very big reader, but I just really don't have time for it. And if you look at all my videos, you'll see I have a lot of books in my room. I don't have time to pick them up right now. So basically right now it's just YouTube and sitting down and watching like Netflix or Hulu right now. How old are you and what got you into YouTube? I am actually 23 years old, and the reason I started YouTube is because I used to send my friends tons and tons and tons of videos to the point where they literally could not open their Snapchat anymore. And honestly, I just really, really like talking in front of a camera. It's kind of like a relief system for me. It's like I can do it my own personal diary. Sometimes it's a venting system for me, which is going to be great for the future story times that I have. I just kind of think YouTube is kind of something that's made for me, kind of, in a way. I really don't know how to explain it. That's basically the best way I can explain it. I just feel like it's something that it's meant for me to do. Kind of like how there's people out there who feel like a sport is meant for them to do. YouTube is just kind of my relief system, and I really, really love it. What's your dream job? So honestly, I was very, very picky when I was choosing what college I was going to go to, and I was very, very picky about what degree system I was going to go into. And at first I was looking between elementary education or education in general, and then I was looking to be a child nurse practitioner. Eventually I ended up choosing between going through just education alone because I'm very, very afraid of needles. And yes, I have tattoos, but I hate blood. I hate thinking about like what's inside of us. Like I can't do it. It makes me very queasy and kind of just sick. So I just couldn't do that. And I know like with children it's a lot different, especially as a nurse. But also, if I'm being completely honest, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. So school is not my biggest aspect. And teaching just kind of felt like it was something that I was drawn to. It was something that I had to kind of do. Like it was just in the back of my mind, and I was like, you know what, that's what I want to do. And I really, really struggled between picking from elementary to high school, but then I thought about it and I was like, I look like I'm 12. I should probably go with the younger grade so that way I can get some respect in the end, if that makes sense, because we all know high schoolers are sometimes not that big on respect. So right now I am getting my Bachelor's of Science in elementary education, but I do plan to try and get a master's in English for high school education. So I'm really, really hoping to go ahead with that because I think it'd be really, really nice for me to do that because English is just my favorite subject. I'm terrible at math, so pray for me on this praxis that I have to take. Are you married? Yes, I actually am married. We got married in February of 2017, and I do plan to make a video about like our whole like love story, if that makes sense. So I'm not really going to get into that because I think it could be a whole video itself. How many kids in total do you want in the future? So this is another video I'm going to have to touch on later with my health and a bunch of stuff that's been going on. I think I'm going to end up putting that up sometime next week and then probably taking a break from YouTube because my mental health is very, very low because of it. But I would like at least one kid. This might sound kind of bad, but it's also a preference, if that makes sense. I'm big into makeup, I'm big into dress up, so I really, really, really want a little girl. So if I end up having a boy first, I will try again for a second child and hope for a girl, but if I have a boy, that's completely fine as well. And eventually, if we have the second one and we still don't have a girl, I think I'm going to look into adopting for a third. It really depends. We honestly really only have talked about having 1 or 2 children. At first I was always like, give me 4 kids, I want 4 kids. But now I'm over here like, maybe just 1 will be fine. Maybe 2, I really don't know. We'll see. It just really depends on the future. So like I said, I'll get more into that into the next video. It'll be kind of emotional. I feel like a lot of people who deal with mental health and just infertility in general will really like seeing that video, so that's going to be a reason that I put it up. It's a secret you've never told anybody. So honestly, I don't have that many secrets. I'm very, very open. A lot of the stuff that I don't put on YouTube is because I live in a place where I can't really put it on YouTube because there's a lot of people here who will get butthurt about it. But in all honesty, I think my biggest secret, which I technically told my husband this, so it's not really a secret, but also it is. When I was younger, I strived to work in SeaWorld. I wanted to work with like the dolphins and the whales and stuff like that. Now that I'm older, I do understand the face of SeaWorld and stuff like that, so I kind of understand now, and it's something that I won't do because I'm very, very big on like not touching things that are in the water, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, dolphins and whales are really, really cute, but I went to go feed a dolphin a fish one time and I barely would touch the fish because I'm very just like, it kind of grosses me out. Next is, what are some of your bad habits? So I actually have a lot of bad habits, and that's going to be another video that will be going up after some of my schoolwork slows down a little bit. I am very, very terrible at drinking water. I never do it. I can go weeks or months. Like, I don't even remember the last time I took a sip of water. I will always drink Coke or juice or just stuff like that, and I know it's so, so bad for me, but eventually, like, I will drink a ton of water. I'm getting a lot better at it, and I think it's because I'm very, very bad at drinking warm water. I refuse to drink warm water. It has to be cold. And the ice on base, if you live on base here at Whiteman, you understand. It is disgusting. So you really can't have it. But I do love the little like Yeti Cups, if that makes sense. It really helps to keep my water cold, and they're actually not that expensive. So I think if you are bad at drinking water as well, just go out, buy a Yeti cup and put your water in there, and it'll stay cold for a little bit. I am trying, however, to start doing this thing where when I wake up in the morning, I go and get a glass of water, which will probably be about like 8 to 12 ounces, and I'm gonna chug that, go shower, maybe go work out if I'm gonna work out in the morning. We're really not sure with everything that's going on and base not really being open at the time. Other than that, my bad habits really, like I said, there's a lot of bad habits that I have. With my anxiety, I sit here like this and rub my face. So if you notice all the time that my face is breaking out, that's one, because I got off birth control and my body said a big F you. But two, because even though I keep my hands clean and I'm always washing my hands, if you're sitting here like this constantly rubbing your face, you're gonna break out. Like, it's just gonna happen. But I am trying to follow, I know his TikTok is Skincare by Hiram. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel or not, but I'm trying to follow some of the stuff that he has, so I just went out and bought some of that stuff. We'll see if that fixes my face. We're hoping. Who or what is your biggest inspiration? My biggest inspiration will probably be my mom and my dad. My mom, because she's very like solo. Like, she doesn't need no man. She loves my stepdad a lot. I love my stepdad a lot. But she takes charge, she takes care of things, she's like on her high horse. She says this thing where she's like, I'm gonna break this Big Bird and Barney style down for you, and I think that kind of makes sense because it's like, oh, kid shows, they're like, oh, step 1, 2, 3, and step 1 has A, B, C. So she just kind of like takes charge, and it just gives me a lot of inspiration, and she just goes for the things that she wants, and she really, really helps literally everybody. My mom helps us so freaking much, and I am so grateful for her. As well as my dad, he was a big inspiration to me before he passed away. I loved him to death, and I just think that he worked really hard. And when we would visit him, he would just go to work and make sure that he could give us the things that we wanted. I think he's one of the biggest inspirations I have. So how is it being a MILSO? So honestly, being a MILSO isn't any different than being a normal wife. The only thing that's different is you kind of have to move away from family, which kind of sucks because I am ready to go back to Arizona. Like, I want to go home now. I'm done with Missouri. Another thing is, I feel like you experience a lot more people who are very fake. Some of these people are here for a shorter time than you are, like, let's say growing up in your hometown. So if you grow up in your hometown and you're like with your best friend and you have a falling out, you've known this person for a lot longer, if that makes sense. I really don't know how to explain it. Just being a MILSO, I've kind of experienced a lot of fake friends. Like, I grew up as a military brat and I did not experience this many fake friends. It does get kind of lonely sometimes too, being a MILSO. Cammy moved away and it made me really, really sad. She is my best friend and we have like wine nights over FaceTime, and it's good to do that stuff, but it's just, sometimes it gets really lonely because like there's not a lot of people who you experience around here. Like, there's a lot of moms here, and somebody who can't have children right now, no offense, I don't really want to hang around those people because it kind of stabs me in the heart a little bit. But on top of that, just everybody has a different style, everybody is a different person, and just everybody has a different schedule and stuff like that. So it's really, really hard. So you kind of get used to it. I mean, it's not for forever, it's just, you gotta get used to it. Dream place to live. Hennis and I have talked about this a lot. And in all honesty, I feel like my dream place to live would be Arizona, because my skin thrives out there, my hair thrives out there because they have like water softeners, and here in Missouri the water is terrible. It is well water, so I hate it here. In Arizona, I feel happier, and I hate heat so much, but just I'm fine with Arizona. I can sit in the AC all day. I don't care, but I can also go chill by a pool if I want to. I can go walk down the street to my mom's house or stuff like that. So just, Arizona is my dream home, and it's just a thriving community. And yeah, it can be kind of a little expensive, but isn't every state really? Making friends as a MILSO. And like I said earlier, sometimes it's kind of hard. So there's a lot of pages here, like we have one called the Whiteman Wives page. We kind of make posts in there being like, hey, we just moved here, trying to make some friends. But like I said, everybody is of different ages. From what I've experienced, it's been a lot of older generations of ladies, especially in my neighborhood. There's a lot of kids and older generations. But here for me, I haven't really experienced anybody that's around my age other than Cammy and Catherine. And everybody else that I kind of met, like I said, we have fallout, so we're not gonna talk about that. Maybe when I leave, hopefully when I leave, I will be doing a story time of each individual story I've had. Technically, I could do one of them, but also I might get in trouble by doing that. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna wait a little bit, so we'll see. Another question is, what is your biggest pet peeve? And honestly, I feel like my biggest pet peeve are just people who are really, really fake to your face and to your back, because it's very, very rude. Like, if you're just not gonna like me, just don't like me. You don't have to like me. Just don't be friends with me, and don't act like you're friends with me if you're gonna go behind my back and talk crap. So, but go show some love to Jayden and subscribe to her and like her video. We're both trying to reach our goals to 1,000, so make sure you subscribe to me if you aren't, and like this video as well. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Leave some questions down below if you want to see another Q&A. Leave some other videos that you guys would like to see. I'm really trying to get a lot more up now. Like I said, there's going to be a sit-down video of my health and infertility coming soon. So I might take a little bit of a break depending on how my mental health is then. I'm not really sure. That's kind of why my videos have been kind of sketchy on and off lately. So I really do appreciate every single one of you that have continued to sit here and be a subscriber with me. I know that it's kind of annoying to see some YouTubers who don't really upload sometimes, but I will see you guys next time.